You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in.
All right, you guys. Salute everybody tapping on in. Like, share, and subscribe as y'all come on in the building. And we're going to get right into this video and talk about this as your boy, Officer Brandon Tatum, has just, uh, man, this dude is crazy, man. I told you guys that I felt like Tatum was helping them find people to try to sue content creators that he was targeted on taking down. I told you guys that they're aiming to take down these content creators' channels, and I told you guys that this is what they're trying to do. This is what Tatum is trying to do. In my opinion, he's helping the families because he's promoting their fundraisers to sue these guys. So Tatum just named off a list of people and he actually played them on his channel. And one of the people was the legendary Willie D, and another person was the legendary Queenzflip. Uh, and he has now submitted their names to the lawyer for Bart Edmonston to be sued for slander. And in fact, he says that he's sending the content in which he claims that they slandered Bart by falsely accusing him of a murder that Tatum says that is provably false. Uh, he claims that those guys, along with Secret Service Sam and other guys, are in for a lawsuit. Here's the problem. The problem is that he tries to blame Ben Crump for this as well. Ben Crump has never accused. He's never insinuated. He's never um, he's never alleged that Bart or any of those other boys murdered Nolan Wells. In fact, Ben Crump has never acknowledged what the cause of death was for Nolan Wells, right? He's never acknowledged what the cause of death is for Nolan Wells. So how can you accuse him and how can you tell the family that Ben Crump should be held accountable when Ben Crump has not told anybody that anybody is a murderer? Ben Crump has not accused any of those boys of murder, Tatum. For you to come out and say that, first of all, that's a stone cold lie. Then you play videos from Willie D, Queenzflip, Secret Service Sam, another white dude, I don't know who that is. And then you played another video from the white girl who already got the cease and desist, and they're suing her already. The first white girl, right? And you just went on your video, on your live, and you said that you submitted Willie D's name to be sued for libel and slander to Bart, and you are helping the funding because what you did was you posted some of these boys' uh, uh, fundraiser on your account, and since you posted that, they passed that $100,000 mark that they've been looking for their legal fees. So basically, for you guys who don't know what's going on, Tatum says he's sick of these guys accusing falsely people of murder. So he's saying that everybody he can find that has accused, whether they've used allegedly or not, because the allegations he claims is provably false, he said he's submitting to those lawyers to get sued. And Willie D is one of the names. Queenzflip is one of the names. Secret Service Sam's is one of the names. Uh, uh, I forget the other white dude's name, man. There's two other white dudes. One white girl, another white dude as well. It's a rack of people that they're going after, bro. So they're trying to raise the money to get the lawyers to go after all these content creators. And I told you what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to get an injunction to get these guys' YouTube channels taken. I try to tell y'all this. And they're going to do it because they're going to try to do it behind cyberbullying and what you call it. Now, what he doesn't know is, Tatum doesn't know is that Willie D, he's not going to lay down, bro. I can't, if I can't, Willie D's not going to lay down. We've already seen Willie D in one of these type of situations in less than what, a week, I would say. Willie D came out victorious in that situation. So I'm pretty sure Willie D is willing. And then here's the thing I got with Tatum. Tatum, if you got that much of a problem with Willie D, you from Texas, Willie D from Texas, why you ain't just pull up on him and just say, hey, man, we can sit down face to face? right? I mean, you from Texas, you got Texas on your arm. You from Texas, Willie D from Texas. Why not be a man and hit up Willie D? You talk about all these other people. Why not be a man? Why go to your channel and say that you're gonna snitch? That you're gonna submit his name, right? You're gonna snitch and you're gonna submit his name to the lawyers to be sued. This is what he just said. For you guys who don't know what happened, this is what he just said he gonna do. He said right now he's submitting their names to the lawyer to file lawsuits against these people. And he said that he really act like he wanted to smoke with Willie D. But if he wanted to smoke with Willie D's from Texas. Why he just didn't? I mean, you Tatum, you supposed to, your team could have easily, you know what I'm saying? Because you've been running. You see, this is the thing. You've been running trying to get smoke with Ben Crump. You've been harassing the mama. But you came out today and said Willie D, you wanted him the most. So why you ain't go stand up to Willie D then? But you say now you're gonna tell the lawyer, you're gonna submit Willie D's name to the lawyer to be sued. You're gonna submit Queenzflip name to the lawyer to be sued. You're submitting Secret Service Sam and also the white girl. She's already got a cease and desist, right? She's already got a cease and desist, so they're already gonna sue her. She know that. You know what I'm saying? But it's another white dude that you put up there too. I never heard of him before. But you said that you submitted all these names, right? I just don't understand why it's so important to him to do that, bro. Like, check it out, bro. Check it out, bro. Check it out, bro. I want y'all to think about this, right? Why he feel like he got to be the police and he's not a cop no more? You ain't no cop, nigga. You're not going to patrol the entire internet. You came out and you falsely accused Ben Crump. Ben Crump has never accused anybody of anything. He's only said he wanted transparency. Ben Crump can't help if somebody made death threats to them people. And then Tatum, this is another thing you said. You said, yeah, they arrested multiple people who threatened the witnesses and the judge. But you ain't said nothing about the people who threatened Nolan Wells' mama. Then you said today, this one I know you was full of shit, bro. When you said, oh, well, they threats won't like the threats. Nigga, what the fuck you mean? The mama said they've been getting death threats, nigga. What is you talking about? You sat right up there on your show talking about, but see, they ain't getting the same type of threat. Nigga, what is you talking? A death threat is a death threat, nigga. But see, you ain't worried about that. You ain't looking at that. And they was cooking you in your comment section too. Because they was saying, well, why you don't want everybody who making death threats to everybody to be arrested? You ain't answer that. So now you the YouTube security officer, right? And this is why I told everybody, don't say this shit. Because I told y'all what that dude Tatum was doing. Or Tatum was doing. I told y'all what Tatum was doing. That's why I told everybody I was trying to talk in code and tell everybody, hey, man, look, we ain't got no evidence right now. Y'all fall back because I already see the play. What have Tatum done? Not only have he helped boost that fundraiser for them people, but now he is actively submitting names to the lawyers. He is submitting names to Bart's lawyer and to the lawyer and to the lawyer of Warren and them, son, to be sued. That's crazy, man. But you downplayed, and this is how I know, bro. Like this dude was a cop, man. And think about this. So the threats against Nolan Wells' mom and the family, they don't mean as much as the other. I thought all threats was made even. I thought a death threat is a death threat. It shouldn't happen, period. But you more concerned about that one side of it. And the reason why I tell y'all about this stuff, because I told y'all this was going to happen. I told y'all it's a list out here they got. I told y'all this. If that nigga really wanted to smoke with Willie D, that nigga know Willie D from Texas. All he had to do was go stand on Willie. All he had to do was go stand on Willie D team and say, hey man, I want to pull up. See, you know, you think Willie D would have backed down? I think not. So for him to do that shit, it lets y'all know, because once again, the mama and the Wells family, they getting threatened too. They getting death threats too. But Tatum came out today and said, oh, those threats ain't as serious. Nigga, what is you talking about? But you was a cop and you was supposed to protect and serve everybody. But you helping. You helping. And I told y'all this. This is why I told everybody on YouTube. They ain't want to listen to me. Because I told y'all, them boys is private citizens. So when I was talking to everybody, I'm saying, listen, y'all got to understand, because them boys is private citizens, the bar is much lower for them to win major defamation lawsuits. Even if you say allegedly, even if you say in my opinion. Tatum knows that. So when Tatum come out and say, oh, y'all black folks, nigga, you black. When he say that, and then he go out of his way to go, this is when I knew this nigga was on cap. When he said he wanted to do the interview with Ben Crump, he said he told Ben Crump he wanted to do a video interview. When them boys wanted to do an interview, that nigga flew down to Mississippi. He flew down to Mississippi. So you flew to Mississippi, but you wouldn't fly to Ben Crump. You in Texas, or we think you in Texas, you calling out a nigga that's major in Texas on your channel. But you ain't doing what you said that Ben Crump and them could have did, which is hit you up. Why you ain't hit Willie D up, tell that nigga hit you up? I'm pretty sure Willie D would oblige. But what you did, you came on the internet, dog. Nigga, you sad. You came on the internet. You helped them boys with a fund. You still helping them with a fundraiser. And then not only did you help them with a fundraiser to get a lawyer fee, and you tried to be slick and say, I ain't gonna donate. Nigga, you basically promoting that shit with all your followers. Because when you said that shit the other night, that shit went up damn near $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, nigga, in one night. So you're basically pushing to help fund their defense, and you telling the lawyers who to sue? You telling the lawyers who to sue? And I told y'all it's a list out there. I ain't gonna tell y'all what the list is, but I told y'all they got a list of content creators on X, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. I told y'all this. And they coming after all these platforms. And they're going under the cyber stalking bullying rule, and they're gonna sue these people. I told y'all this. And what Tatum did, he gave y'all some today where he's naming names and sending these names to the lawyer. How do I know? I'm gonna tell you how I know. Because the lawyer told him to send him the names of the people who was defaming him online. I'm talking about Bart's lawyer. Bart's lawyer was telling people, yo, send me the names and the screenshots and these people who are defaming them. Tatum just used his whole show, and out of everybody, he had like 6 people up there today that he said that he was submitting to be sued for libel and slander. He wanted Willie D the most. He wanted Willie D the most. He in Texas. He ain't gonna have a conversation with Willie D like a man. He know who Willie D is. He notice this, y'all. This nigga go pick on the mama, not the daddy. Think about this shit. He go fuck with Don Lemon. Don Lemon, not Willie D. That nigga picking and choosing. You picking and choosing, Tatum, right? And you talking about harassing, nigga? Who has harassed Nolan Wells' mama more than what you have done online by continuing to talk about that woman when that woman said she wanted nothing to do with you, bruh? Straight up, bruh. Right? So the shit that Tatum is doing, bro, it showed me he got a deep disdain for Willie D because he said he wanted Willie D the most. Go look at what he said. He said he wanted Willie D the most. So I'm just saying it ain't hard for his media team to holler at Willie D. Bro, listen, I ain't never known from all the time I studied with, I ain't never known him to back down. I never heard about him backing down. No situation like that. I mean, even if they would have had a one-on-one. But see, I'm gonna tell y'all something. He gonna pick and choose who he want to do one-on-ones with, because he don't want to get smoked as far as in a debate. He don't want to, right? Because the shit he said when he started talking about, oh, that shit in Mississippi, they talking about racism, nigga. That was over 20 years ago. That's bullshit. Ben Crump just had a case down there 2 years ago, 3 years ago in 2023 with Rasheem Carter, right? So, like I said, bro, I don't know why this nigga doing that shit. You know what I mean? I don't know what he, what he get off from that shit, bro. I don't know, is it because he's married to a white woman, so he feel like he got to defend that part of his family? But that shit's sad, bro. Like, nigga, you openly, like, giving that. It's one thing if you disagree with a person say. I want y'all to think about this shit. If you disagree with what a person say on the internet, that's one thing. It's another thing, nigga, when you help start a fundraiser to pay another person legal fee, and then you submit their name to the lawyer and say sue them. Nigga, you sad, bruh. You sad, bruh. And the truth is, man, we ain't even got back how Nolan Wells died. We ain't even got that back, right? But you so hell-bent on one side, dudes you met for like 2 or 3 days. That shit was crazy, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Y'all watch everything y'all say on the internet, bro. Please do not call them people, bro. The FBI, and Tatum told y'all this today too. Let me tell y'all this. That nigga's tapped in, bro. That nigga is tapped in. I'm gonna tell y'all why he tapped in. He tapped in because that nigga be giving information before this shit pop off. Tatum said today they're gonna be making more arrests of people that's threatening them, the friends. He said they're gonna be making more arrests. Now, how do he know that? If Tatum is not talking to nobody, as far as into the police departments, how do he know they're gonna be making more arrests? Think about what I'm saying to y'all. He just announced today that they're going to be making more arrests, but they're cooking them in his comment section saying, well, what about the arrest of the people that's threatening Nolan Wells' mom? That nigga came on the internet and said, oh, well, they not threatening them the same. It's not the same. Nigga, they're threatening their life. If you threaten somebody's life, that's the same. If somebody's threatening Nolan Wells' parents, ain't that just as wrong as somebody threatening the white boys? Or do you not value Nolan Wells' parents getting those threats the same way you value? So, and then I could tell, nigga, you ain't no real man, because if you was a man, bro, you wouldn't even have went to the nigga mama. You would have stepped past the mama and went right to the daddy, nigga. But you stayed on the mama knowing that she got her husband right there beside her. So I already see how you operate. This is why I told y'all, bro. I told people don't come on the internet saying anything, because he is going, in my opinion, he is going to help this coordinated attack. I'm telling y'all this, and I wouldn't be surprised if he himself will use any connections he have to see this thing. Because remember, he was a cop. So he probably got deep connections. And think about this, y'all. He got connections all the way up to the White House. Why? We've seen him around those areas before. So he know a nigga like Willie D. Bro, man, everybody seen Willie D. He know Willie D be critical of Donald Trump. I'm critical of Donald Trump and all them people. So when you start looking at the real reasons for this hate, or how he feel, and the reasons why he got some deep-seated, animosity in his spirit, bro. Because I'm going to just tell y'all, I ain't never seen him attack a white person like this. I'll just be honest with y'all. I don't think he would ever attack. I'm not even going to say that. I haven't seen him attack. Think about this. If that was a white person and they lost their son, and the mama was like, would Tatum go at her like that? The same way he went after Nolan's mama? Would he do that? But nigga, you gonna turn in Willie D name, talking about something. Yeah, I'm submitting his. I want him. He the main one. You gonna submit his name to the lawyer? And I know who the lawyer is. The lawyer is Russell Latino. And Russell Latino, this is why I told y'all, I know a lot more shit than I'm saying on the internet. When I come on the internet, I'm talking in code to y'all. All y'all other content creators that's listening, I'm trying to tell y'all something. They plotting to take all y'all shit down. I'm telling y'all this. This is not no scare tactics. None of this shit. I know what they trying to do. So when Tatum come out here and say, man, y'all over here accusing them boys of something, and I'm tell you right now. That's why I said, who is giving him all that information? Who verified all that information for him? Because if anybody in that Mississippi or Ocean Spring or Jackson County Police Department gave him information pertinent to this case, Ben Crump got a hell of a lawsuit right there, because that information is supposed to be private. And Tatum is not a cop, and he have no connections to this case. Right? He have no connection to this case. None. So you have to ask yourself, right? He have been more focused on this case than anything else. He cried for Charlie Kirk, but he ain't cried for Nolan Wells. I want y'all to think about that. This nigga cried for Charlie Kirk, but Nolan Wells, who was 18 years old, lost his life. Have we seen that nigga shed one tear? I'm just saying. So you have to really ask yourself, what is his intention on not only, think about this, y'all, because when you do this type, this is like, when I thought about what he did, I thought about Sean Hannity almost. Remember when George Zimmerman didn't have no money for legal fees? This is when Ben Crump came in and got involved in the whole Trayvon Martin situation. Ben Crump didn't have, George Zimmerman didn't have no money because that shit went to trial. George Zimmerman ended up going on Sean Hannity's show. And while Sean Hannity didn't donate to him personally, Sean Hannity basically gave him an alley-oop. And that's when all them people came over and donated to George Zimmerman and got George Zimmerman a good-ass lawyer, and y'all saw George Zimmerman got off. Tatum have come out, and Tatum went on his channel and promoted them boys. He promoted their fundraiser to pay their legal fees. He promoted that shit right here. He promoted that shit. He said, y'all go support them boys they can get a lawyer. Right? So he's helped them himself through his promotion. Since his promotion, he's helped them nearly raise $100,000 by himself. Not only is he doing that, But now he's submitting names. He's submitting names to the lawyers. He said it today on his show today. He said, yo, I'm submitting these names. He said, I got a list of names I'm submitting to the lawyers to sue right now. And that nigga said, I want Willie. He want Willie D the most. He said, I want him. Now, isn't him going on the internet doing that inciting in a different way anger towards Queenzflip, Willie D, Secret Service Sam, the other white dude, I forget his name. I thought if you was a cop, you were supposed to bring peace to a situation, right? I thought if you was a cop or ex-cop, you were supposed to tell people, hey, y'all calm down. We need to all get along and be cool, right? That ain't what he doing. Every time y'all hear him talk, see, these black folks, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling y'all, man. That's what and then when he insults somebody, he take off his hat and look at his head and say, hey, man, I gotta take that back, man. You know what I'm saying? I love God. But you demonize that woman when she ain't do nothing to you. You cast aspersions on that woman when she didn't do shit to you. And I'm talking about Nolan Wells' mama, nigga. And I'm just gonna say it to you, bro. I feel bad because I don't never want to see you have to see her husband face to face after all that shit you said. Talking about you taking the gloves off on her. Nigga, the fuck would you take the gloves off on a woman for? I'm looking at you as you supposed to be a cop, nigga. And this is how you talking now? Right? I'm telling y'all, his career need to be studied, bro. Every case he was on need to be studied. Every case he was on that was black, it need to be pulled up and studied. And then we need to see the outcomes of those cases. What am I talking about? I want to see if anybody was injured, their life was taken while he's on the field or on a job. I want to see all the reports. Right? Bro, I'm just gonna tell y'all, man. That's why I tell everybody on the internet, bro. All y'all, please. I'm telling y'all, wait till Ben Crump and them come out with whatever evidence they come out with. Because I'm telling y'all this dude, y'all see it. He is backing these lawyers to sue these people and try to take their platforms. I'm telling y'all what's going on. I'm telling you not what I think. I'm telling you what I know. That's why I be telling y'all, none of that shit right now is verified. So he understands. Let me say this to everybody. Tatum understands the legal parameters. He knows because none of this information has been verified by police, that because all these people are private citizens, the lowest bar is held for private citizens. So if you go on your channel and say, oh, I think so-and-so killed him. Well, just because you did that and they are a private citizen, it don't matter if you said allegedly. It don't matter if you said in my opinion. Because if they haven't been charged with a crime, it doesn't matter what you think. And then you'll say, oh, well, Ticket, I have a right to my opinion. No, you don't. Not when it comes to a crime like murder and those type of allegations. That's why I told people, content creators, everybody, need to listen to the law. Because now, this shit, they ain't playing fair. This dude has a major platform, and he's helping them. He's helping the lawyers find and sue these people. Openly. He ain't got no shame with it. He's openly telling y'all he's snitching. I'm sending this shit, and he literally played the content and said he's sending it to the lawyers to sue this guy. You can't make it up. So that's why when y'all come in here and y'all say stuff to me, Ticket, well, why you ain't saying this? Why you ain't saying that? Bro, because I'm not a damn fool, bro. Until it's verified evidence, let me give y'all an example, right? You can't you can't come out here to a private citizen. A private citizen and a celebrity are two different things. Y'all have to learn the law. You cannot come out and say a private citizen committed a murder or suggested they did without that being a provable fact. If not, you will easily lose a defamation, libel, slander in court. And then you got people on the web saying, "Oh, that shit don't mean nothing. I ain't got no money like that. It don't matter." They'll take your platform because they got the FBI involved now. Once they show that people's statements have caused these people to get death threats, all they do is take that ruling that showed that the FBI is actively investigating it, send it to YouTube, and YouTube automatically has the policy, Facebook, X, and TikTok to take the content down. The whole channel. I'm telling y'all, I need to look this stuff up. This is the reason why Tatum, I'm telling y'all this, to the person who says you can't get sued for opinion, yes, you can. You don't know the law, brother. It's sad that these people don't know the law. To the person who said I'm spreading lies, I'm not spreading lies, bro. You can ask any lawyer worth their salt. You cannot come out, the bar is lower for private citizens, bro, of defamation per se. So if you come out and you say, yo, in my opinion, I think he did this. If you cannot prove in a court of law, meaning he wasn't convicted of that, and they're a private citizen, that's an easy defamation per se lawsuit. I don't know why people don't understand this. That's why I be trying to tell y'all this. Right? So what he's doing, Tatum knows that. So he see an easy lick. So that's why he's saying, I'm sending all these content creators. Because Tatum, again, he's an ex-cop. He does know the law. So if you come out here and accuse somebody of murder, but they haven't been convicted of murder and they're a private citizen, the bar is very low for defamation per se. A judge will rule at any day of the week. Any day of the week. Right? And we're talking about civil court. We ain't talking about criminal lawyers. We're not talking about criminal law. We're talking about civil law. Civil law and criminal law is two completely different things. Listen to what I just said to y'all again. Civil law and criminal law are two different things. You need to ask a civil lawyer. This is why Ben Crump don't say the shit he says. Why? Because Ben Crump is a civil lawyer. Ben Crump ain't accusing nobody of murder. He ain't stupid. He said, I'm not here to speculate. I'm here to investigate. He chooses words wisely because he is a civil lawyer. He understands the legal ramifications of civil law. In the criminal world, that's a whole different set of standards. I don't think people understand this. And then the fact that you're dealing with private citizens changes the whole ball game. It changed the whole ball game. But what Tatum is doing, bro, this man is helping people. Go against people who look like him. He's helping. That's wild, bro. And you know the wildest thing? Before I let y'all go, Tatum, I'm going to say this to you. I said it before. I'm going to say it to you again, bro. If something happened to you in your life, bro, where you have to face racism, bro, in America, it's going to be a sad day, bro, because nobody's going to want to help you from your own community, bro. I'm telling you, man. You have talked down on black folks so much. And I'm talking about all the time, bro. Man, salute to all of y'all, man. And let me say this. I want to say this last thing. You said that all of his friends, let me say this again, right? You said all of his friends, let me say this again to y'all. said that Nolan was a great dude. He was a very great dude. That's what you said, Tatum. You said all of Nolan's friends said he was a great kid, a respectful dude. He ain't never have a problem with nobody. Nigga, who you think raised him? Somebody helped raise him to be that type of kid. So why is you talking shit about the parents, nigga? The mama, I should say. Right? You went out and put an allegation in the street when you were saying that you could have hit people behind the scenes. You could have told the mama them that in private. You could have sent that to Ben Crump in private that somebody told you that somebody allegedly gave Nolan something. You brought that shit to the internet, nigga. Why would you bring that to the internet when you got a line to their people? You already admitted they hit you back. So why didn't you just send that directly to them? Say, hey, y'all, I got a tip for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get it to y'all. And then you just keep it out to public. Nah, nigga, you seem like you wanted to humiliate because you brought that to the internet and said, yeah, and I got a name too. And they told me that this dude, he gave Nolan. Come on, bro. But you say, you told the parents, oh, I would have just gave y'all that. Nigga, you could have did that just off sending that to Ben Crump. You had their contact info. You ain't even had to say nothing. You could have just did that in silence, though. Right? So all y'all content creators, man, watch what y'all saying, man. I'm telling y'all this, bro. I'm telling y'all. Y'all all gonna come to me after this and say Ticket was telling the goddamn truth. Watch what I tell y'all this. And now that y'all see that you got Tatum openly helping them prosecute, sending them names to the lawyer, bro, and telling the lawyer, hey, y'all need to sue this person, right? That should be everything y'all need to know, bro. But that nigga sure as hell said on his channel today, when they was getting on his ass in that channel, because I saw him getting on his helmet, when he was talking about how the people was being arrested for harassing the witnesses and that judge, everybody said, well, what about the people that was harassing Nolan Wells or sending death threats to Nolan Wells' mama? He said, oh, well, it wasn't as serious as other. Nigga, what is you talking about? Like, share, subscribe, man.
Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.